Moving on. Yeah, moving on. Today is Father's Day, a day to pay tribute to those lovely souls who have shaped our lives. And I'm sure I stand for everyone, all of us here, when I say that for each of us, our father is the best dad that ever can be. On that happy note, a very warm good evening once again. I would like to recognize the presence of our area director, Toastmaster Nadira Faiz. I would also like to recognize the presence of our District 120 DLCC Chair, Distinguished Toastmaster Nina John, and our member Toastmaster John, Area Director of District 80, Area U4. We welcome everyone. With these words, let us now move on to the meeting. To tell you all a few words about our Toastmaster of the day today. Our Toastmaster of the day today is none other than Distinguished Toastmaster Nina John. Nina John is perhaps a name that requires no introduction in District 120 or even in TMI. So she's a three-time distinguished Toastmaster, a charter member of Chennai Toastmasters, and she's also fondly called the grandmother of District 120. So with these words of introduction, let us hear from our Toastmaster of the day. Over to you, distinguished Toastmaster Nina John.
Thank you so much, Presiding Officer Abhilash, and good evening to everyone who's here. You walk into a lift and you get the whiff of aftershave lotion. You walk past an ice cream store and suddenly memories of eating ice cream with your siblings and your family and your father deciding, no, you've had enough ice cream for today. These are all things that bring back memories of our parents and our fathers. So for today, when we are discussing Father's Day, we think of all the things that parents have done for us, our fathers in particular, and we think of the times when we didn't appreciate those. It's like Mark Twain said, when I was young, I thought my father was an absolute idiot. But as I grow older, I find that he's speaking a little bit of sense. So we evolve along with our parents, and we get a new perspective each time. Talking of fathers as the head of the household, the word of the day is patriarch. That is the male head of the family, which is the common social system structure that we have across the world. In India, the two exceptions that we have where we have matriarchal societies are in Kerala and Nagaland. But more about that later. We'll go on to the three parts of our meeting, that is the prepared speeches, the evaluations, table topics, and the evaluations, each of which I will explain as they come up. But meanwhile, we're going to have a couple of other people who are going to speak to us today first. Our secretary is not there. Is anyone reading the minutes? I think minutes have been circulated, so I think people can read the minutes, and from that you can get the minutes. We start off with our general evaluator, Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayan, who's going to tell us all about his part of the meeting. He's been with us at Ruby Hall to CTM from the beginning, and he's a software professional, currently VPPR of CTM. He's going to tell us all about what are the things that he will undertake as general evaluator. Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayan.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, DTM Ninajan ma'am. Good evening, Toastmaster and guests. This is Lakshmi Narayana, the general evaluator for today's meeting number 782. Before starting with, I wish all fathers a very happy Father's Day. Though we celebrate once in a year and father and mother responsibilities are throughout the year. Okay, I read a quote today related to Father's Day, came as a forward, which said that being a father is like shaving. No matter how good you shave today, you have to do it again tomorrow. So also the quality of the club depends on each meeting. No matter how good the meeting went well in the past, we have to ensure the quality of the meeting each time. And so also today the quality of the meeting should be as good as it was in the past, and it can improve much also. So today, to evaluate the meeting and ensure the quality, I'm part of two teams here to evaluate the quality. The first team, it's a tag team, it's a timer, a counter, and grammarian. And the second team is a set of evaluators who are going to evaluate the prepared speeches, which is going to happen very soon. So I will introduce evaluators later after the table topic session. Now I'm going to introduce the first set of team, the tag team. The first part of the tag team is the timer. The timer today is a new Toastmaster, very passionate Toastmaster who is doing it for the first time. Let's welcome Toastmaster Akhilesh to explain his role as a timer. Toastmaster Akhilesh. Toastmaster Akhilesh.
Oh.
Yeah, please explain your role as a timer.
This is the first time I'm being asked as a timer. So
Okay, just explain like how we are going to track the time, how we are going to let others know when the time is reached or when the time is exceeded. Okay,
Akhilesh, hello.
Let's move. Yeah.
So Akhilesh, so I've shared the objectives already. So just for the benefit of everyone, let me read out. So as the timer, he will be keeping track of everyone's time and ensuring that we all adhere to our time limits. So he will be showing the green card for prepared speeches. He'll be showing the green card at 5, the yellow card at 6, and the red at 7. And for table topics, he'll be showing the green card at 1 minute, the yellow card at 1.5, and the red card at 2 minutes. And for evaluations, the green at 2, 2.5, he'll show the yellow card, and 3 minutes, he'll be showing the red card. He will be presenting his report at the end. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you, Akhilesh, and thank you, Abhilash, for taking over. Akhilesh, I know you're doing it for first time. We are there to support you. Please watch the time. And the next part of the tag team is the op counter. The op counter today is a young student who is pursuing his second year in computer science engineering in VIT. Is Toastmaster Gopalakrishnan. Toastmaster Gopalakrishnan, please explain your role as an op counter.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana. Yeah, so I'm the R counter for today. So I'll be counting the overused words or the filler words such as and although the interjections such as those well, but, because. So I'll be counting those words and I'll be giving you a thing at the end.
Thank you, Toastmaster.
Over to you, Toastmaster Lakshmi.
The last part of the tag team is the grammarian. Today's grammarian is Toastmaster Mugil, who is currently working in Zypho R&D Solutions as a senior scientific application analyst, and whose hobby is painting. So let me welcome Toastmaster Mugil to explain her role as a grammarian. Toastmaster Mugil.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana. Good evening, everyone. Today, my role as a grammarian is going to be to look out for good usages of the English language and also keep track of not all that good usage of the English language throughout the meeting. The word of the day for today has already been introduced by our Toastmaster of the day. Just to reiterate that here, the word of the day is patriarch, which means the male head of a family or tribe. To give you an example, in a lot of societies, till date, the ruling of the patriarch is still considered as final. And along with this, I would like to share with you all two resources which you might probably want to use to check your grammar. There are two really interesting online resources. One is called grammarcheck.net editor, and the other one is Grammarly. A lot of you might already be aware of this. So these two have been really helpful while editing essays or any piece of write-up that you're doing. So I'll post the links to these in the chat box. So have fun with grammar. And I'll come back at the end of the meeting with my grammarian report. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Miguel. We are expecting your posting in the chat box. With this, I'll hand over the control back to the Toastmaster today, so that I'll come back again after the table topic section. Over to you, Toastmaster DTM Neena John.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayan. We have every club across the world has the main sections of prepared speeches, table topics, and evaluations. It is up to each club to have variations in these. And in CTM itself, we have had either a quote or a joke master or an idiom master as part of our club meetings. Our club joke master today is Toastmaster Sharad, a structural engineer who is studying for his master's. And according to him, his father taught him to be self-confident and generous. And I can vouch for the fact that Sharad really believes in these values and carries them out. Toastmaster Sharad for the idiom of the day. Or the, idiom of the day, yes.
Yeah, idiom. Thank you so much, Neena ma'am, for that introduction. Imagine you're sitting in your room with your father, and suddenly a big elephant was behind you. What you will do? Either we will react, we will go away, or we will do something which shows a fear or something, right? So today's idiom is going to do the opposite. You're going to simply sit, no reacting. Toastmaster of the day, my dear fellow Toastmasters and guests. So let me tell where to use today's idiom and then tell what today's idiom is. So today's idiom will be useful where you have a big problem. You know there's a big problem, but you will not be able to speak about it. That's the situation where we'll use today's idiom. And let me show what that idiom is so that you can guess. I hope you can able to see the screen. Can someone guess what today's idiom is?
Elephant in the room.
Elephant in the room, exactly. So to reiterate, the meaning of this idiom, elephant in the room, is there is a big problem around us, but we couldn't able to react. We are simply silent. So just for an example, I am living in a rented house near in my one of my tenant is a house owner's son, and he is a little alcoholic person. And we all knew there is a big problem. He will drink alcohol and he will bring some problem, but we couldn't speak over it. So I can say his alcoholism was an elephant in the room. I hope you understand with this. And since today is a Father Day, one more idiom for bonus. The second idiom of the day is father's figure. Father's figure, which means a mentor. We can use it in our Toastmasters fraternity, mentor. Instead of mentor, we can say father's figure. Okay, so just to summarize, two idioms of the day. Number one, elephant in the room. Number two, father's figure. Thank you so much. Over to you, Neena.
Thank you, TM Sharad, for both father figure and the other one in terms of the elephant in the room. So that's a huge problem that everyone ignores. We move on now to our joke master or quote master, who is actually not a father, but a mother. Dr. Ashwini is going to tell us what her idea is today. Madam Toastmaster Ashwini.
Thank you, Toastmaster Neena John, for the warm introduction. So first of all, happy Father's Day to all the fathers present here and the fathers to be as well. So for today, I would just like to tell something regarding myself, my family, and my father. So we are a family of 5, my father, my mother, and my elder brother, elder sister, and I'm the youngest. My elder brother is 8 years elder to me. So when I was in kindergarten, my elder brother was in kind of middle school. And my father was a central government employee. And he was keeping on getting transferred jobs from one bank to another in different parts of the different states and different cities. But then when my elder brother went into middle school and just to concentrate on his education, we settled down in Madurai. As a child, I missed my father very much physically. Little did I know that my father is actually doing his duty to provide for the family and to protect us. And when I was a little mature enough, I made this, I shared this thought to my father and to my family, and suddenly everything changed. Once I made it clear, and the technology was booming because of the cell phones, because of the landlines, my father started to spend so much of time with me, and it has been the same till now. And most important thing I think my father taught me was distance means so little when someone means so much. So this is the quote I wanted to share with you all today on Father's Day. Distance means so little when someone means so much. So I take this opportunity to thank my father for providing me and giving me everything in spite of being away from me, physically distant. Yeah. So thank you, DTM Meena John, for providing me the opportunity. Now over to you, Toastmasters of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ashwini. We move on now to the main part of Toastmasters. When you join Toastmasters, you join for communication skills and you get a set of manuals. Under the new system, we have what are called pathways, and we have a set of different projects that you can do, and that will help you in different ways in your life. Now, there are different paths as in presentation mastery, dynamic leadership, effective communication, effective coaching, all of these. What you need to do is understand how each path relates to your life, whether at the office, at home, or elsewhere. Once you do that, you will be able to get on with understanding these projects and doing it. Now, when the VPE says, okay, you have to do a project and you have to prepare a project, everyone says, ma'am, I don't have a topic. I don't know how to prepare a topic. And I can tell you two very simple times when you have prepared so well. Don't you remember that bad report card that you had when you had failed in at least 2 subjects? All the way home from school, what were you doing? Preparing a speech for your parents. And all the way home, you will say, and then daddy will say this, and then I will say this, and this is what will happen. So prepared speeches are part of our DNA. If you think you do it only in school, remember your boss in the office. Every time you go for a meeting, you had better be prepared with your speeches. Our first speaker for today is Toastmaster TM Johnson, imported from Singapore for us, and he's now part of our CTM. He's going to do presentation mastery L1, level 1 P1, that is project 1, and that is an icebreaker because he's going to tell us about himself. A few words that I can say is that he loves letting underprivileged children, giving them value education that will help them transform their lives. And that, I'm sure, makes him a father figure to all of them. Over to you, Toastmaster John Kuthalingam.
Kanna.
Oh, one sec. I'm sorry. My apologies. I didn't get the evaluator. Yes. So, evaluator, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
All right. Please give us the objectives.
Thank you very much, DTM Meena John. Good afternoon, everybody. Icebreaker speech is the first speech for a member who joins any Toastmasters club. Rather, it's the first prepared speech. The objectives of the speech are for Johnson to introduce himself to the club and to learn the basic structure of a public speech. Toastmaster Johnson has 4 to 6 minutes for his presentation. All the very best, Toastmaster Johnson. Back to Meena John.
So Toastmaster Johnson is going to tell us all about how to learn public speaking, and his title is FEAR. Toastmaster Johnson, take it away.
Kanna, show Uncle Mohan the speech you are preparing for tomorrow's contest. Show, ma. Respected sir, madam, teachers, and all my dear friends. That was the conversation between me and my mom when I was 8 years old. Dear President, fellow Toastmasters, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you about my mom, Chandra. She is lovable, energetic, and enthusiastic. Like me, my mom always believed one day I will become a great public speaker. On the next day in my school, they organized a speech contest on celebrating Independence Day. I ended my speech like this: India will develop intercontinental missiles to protect us and make our nation proud. I received a thunderous applause. There I see my favorite teacher, Miss Rupa, with whom I had a secret crush, running towards me slowly, like 80s Tamil heroine. She came close to me, turned my face, and kissed on my cheeks. Wow, this is amazing. I shamelessly showed my left cheek as well. Above all, one person I noticed was my mom, who occupied the front row. Her eyes were filled with tears. She was a proud mother. But that proudness didn't last forever. When I was 12 years old, in my school, they organized another speech contest on celebrating Gandhi Jayanti. I went on stage, looked at the audience. I was freezed. My heart beats fast. Lapped up, lapped up, lapped up. My hands were shaking. My legs were trembling, and I was completely drowned in my sweat. Respected sir, madam. I didn't even utter a word after that. I left the stage. Everyone laughed, but one person I looked was my mom, who occupied the front row. Her eyes were filled with tears. Not because of pride, but because of embarrassment. That day, I shattered her heart into thousands of pieces. Have you ever let down your loved ones in your life? Many years passed. I completed my BSc Chemistry in Loyola College and joined as a trainee programmer in a software startup in 2014. I worked hard and rose through the ranks quickly. In 2017, I came to Singapore and my life is sailing in a smooth sea. But the inner child keeps disturbing me for letting my mom down. I joined Toastmasters. I still remember my icebreaker speech. I went on stage and looked at the audience. I was freezed. My hands were shaking. My legs were trembling. My heart beats fast. Lapped up, lapped up, lapped up. And I was completely drowned in my sweat. But this time I said to myself, I will be a great public speaker. I completed my speech. Though it was one of the worst speeches in my life, but the Toastmasters community still supported me. I left the stage, one of our members hugged me and said, "Hey, John, you did a good job." I started working based on the feedbacks I received from the evaluators. While doing level 2, understanding your leadership style, I delivered a speech about Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam and won Best Speaker Ever. Everyone congratulated me. I rushed home quickly, picked up my phone, did a video call to my mom. My mom picked up the phone. "Mom, I want the Best Speaker ribbon. Your son is not a loser, Mom. Your son is not a loser." I looked into my mom's eyes. Her eyes were filled with tears, not because of embarrassment, but because of pride. Always remember, fear has two meanings. You forgot everything and run, or you face everything and rise. Dear friends, do you still remember why you joined Toastmasters? Don't let the fear to stop you from reaching your goals and dreams. Don't let the fear to stop you from asking a boy or a girl for a date. Don't let the fear to stop you from delivering your next powerful speech. I repeat, fear has two meanings. You forgot everything and run, or you face everything and rise. The choice is yours. The choice is yours. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster John. Face everything and run, or face everything and rise. Wonderful message for our Toastmasters, past, present, and future. So we move on now. Thank you so much, Toastmaster John. We move on now to our second speaker, Toastmaster Tarun Balakumar, who's going to do his Project 2 in Dynamic Leadership Level 1, the journey of 124 kilometers. Tarun is a second-year commerce student, and his aim is to be in one of the best business schools ever. So he has been taught by his father how to aim for the best. So his evaluator is Toastmaster Geeta, and she will read his objectives. Madam Toastmaster Geeta.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Neena John. Good evening, everybody, once again. Toastmaster Tarun is giving his project evaluation and feedback. This is his second speech. So the purpose of this project requires him to apply the feedback that he has received from his first speech, and he can still speak on any topic that he chooses to speak. And the timer, please note, is 5 to 7 minutes. Yeah. All the best, Toastmaster Tarun. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Madam Toastmaster Geeta. Tarun Balakumar is an artist and a cyclist. Let's find out what he has to say about the journey of 124 kilometers. Toastmaster Tarun.
Thank you for the warm welcome, Toastmaster of the day, Madam Toastmaster Neena John. It was 4 a.m. The birds were chirping. The sky was overcast and drizzly that day. I set out myself from the house towards Mahabalipuram, which was 62 kilometers away. A round trip of distance 124 kilometers. My friend accompanied me, and suddenly my dad phoned me and told me not to go anywhere since it was pouring. It's simply sprinkling, I stated. He pleaded, don't go, and I answered, okay, with a shattered heart. You wonder why a broken heart exists. It's one of my cycling aims to visit Mahabalipuram, and I practiced a lot, about a week. I went 100-kilometer ride daily so that I can accomplish 124 kilometers like a piece of cake. But it all went up in flames. The biggest letdown is the Factory Act stopped me since it was gloomy that day and only rained till 5 a.m. After that, I didn't see a single drop of water fall from the sky. I was very furious with my grandmother because she is the one who complained to my father. So I postponed the plan to the next day. The next day, I became ready. I started a bit early at 3 a.m. in the morning. I didn't say to anyone in the family because if I say, they will stop me. With enough water and nutritional bars to consume on the way, me and my companion decided not to stop anywhere because it was a non-stop trip. After about 10 kilometers, it began to rain, and I checked the weather forecast. It stated it will be a bright day. So I didn't stop and continue. It continued to rain unexpectedly. We discussed whether we need to continue or stop. At last, we agreed not to quit. We discussed and we started. We had a feeling of fear because it was dangerous to cycle in the rain, that too in highways like ECR. Nonetheless, we wanted to be a part of the scenario. Finally, in 6 a.m., the torrential rain has stopped. We were completely soaked. Water got into my sneakers. It was very tough for me to ride, but I persisted. And after 50 kilometers, another problem occurred. Life is full of problems. So my companion's bike was not in a good condition. We attempted to repair it, but we were unable to do so. So we took turns to drive his bike, his cycle, but after some time, we were not able to do it. So he discontinued his trip with me, but I continued moving forward. At last, my goal, I reached Mahabalipuram. I took some pictures of myself and started back home. Nature put me to the ultimate test here with the searing heat and no water remaining. I carried 4 liters of water with me when I left Mahabalipuram. I ran out of water after 25 kilometers. I also gave my friend the money I had because he forgot. Once every 2 kilometers, I came to the halt. There were no shelter and as there were no trees, and the scorching wind was blowing in the opposite direction. Because it was damp, it was difficult to wear the shoe and pedal. Finally, after a great struggle, I reached around 11 a.m. I arrived home. My body was badly dehydrated and I was quite fatigued. I didn't eat anything except 2 nutritional bars. The adventure taught me a lot of things. In these difficult circumstances, I learned how to inspire myself. I recall the times when my parents and friends told me I wouldn't be able to complete the task in a reasonable amount of time. They stated that it would take at least 10 to 12 hours. And especially for a newbie like myself, I will never do it. Many discouraged me and laughed at me. Now, I proved them that they are wrong. I established their attainable objectives. I set myself the short-term objectives. For example, I said to myself 3 or 4 kilometers of riding. I will take a short break. I tried not to think how my leg hurts. If you push yourself further, if you don't think about, if you want to push yourself further, you don't think about what hurts you. I challenged myself to overtake a car or a bike in front of me so that I could go quicker. I decided to listen to the inner voice that stated, this is something I can handle. This is something I want to do. I opted to simply get out there and go for the cycle ride and live with the consequences. Now I am preparing to go again, but I am going to apply what I have learned this time. This time will be a true non-stop journey. Before I finish, I would like to say a few lines which I tell myself to motivate me. The lines are, there's nothing I cannot do or have. No one can tell me what I can or I can't do. I decide what is possible for me. I decide the path I will choose. I will decide what sacrifices will be made. Between 2 pains, the pain of discipline and the pain of regret, I chose the pain of discipline. What about you, Toastmaster of the day, Madam Toastmaster Neena John?
Well, Toastmaster Tarun, I would say pain of discipline is very far away from me. So I'm thoroughly impressed by all the motivation. You're probably the most unlikely disciple of determination and discipline the way you're talking, but fabulous speech about determination and goals and sticking to your goal regardless of what anybody else has said. Fantastic motivation for everybody else. Don't listen to anyone, just get on with what you want to do. Laser focus on your goal, your aim in life. Thank you, Toastmaster Tarun. We move on now to our next speaker, Toastmaster Rohit Saxena, who says his father taught him all about, he says his father always let him decide what he wanted to do and always supported his decision. Now that he's an equity funds manager at equity analyst, equity market investor and fund manager at Sundaram Mutual, I think he's doing that job for his clients, guiding them, but he's giving them a little nudge as to which funds to pick rather than let them pick entirely on their own. We're going to ask his, he's going to talk, his project will be evaluated by Madam Toastmaster Abhirami. Madam Toastmaster Abhirami, please, his objectives.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster Neena John. So to talk about the speech objectives, our speaker today is delivering his second speech under Project 2, which is on evaluation and feedback. The purpose of this speech is for the member to demonstrate that he has applied the feedback received from the evaluator in his previous speech. Now, the evaluation that he has received from the previous speech would be to work on his speech structure and to call for action. Timer, please note that the allotted time is 5 to 7 minutes. All the best, Toastmaster Rohit. Over to you, Toastmaster Neena John.
Thank you so much, Madam Toastmaster Abhirami. We're talking about Rohit's topic is get vaccinated, it's your duty. Now, since he's doing this project twice, this is very much what COVID jabs and Covishield are all about. Get your jab twice. Toastmaster Rohit, get vaccinated, it's your duty. Over to you, sir.
How many of you want COVID pandemic to end and life to get back to normal? Of course, everyone. Okay. How many of you have got yourself vaccinated? At least one dose. Some of you have. Good to see. We can restart our hybrid meeting soon, hopefully. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I took my first shot of vaccine last month. I had high fever and body ache for a day. Now, some people are scared of vaccine just because of this. You shouldn't be. When you inject COVID vaccine in your body, it pushes your body to produce antibodies which fight the virus. In this process, you may get fever, body ache, etc. for a couple of days. But that's actually good because it tells you that vaccine is doing its job. I've heard various other concerns from different people regarding the vaccine. Like my uncle. Oh no, my friend in Delhi, his friend died after taking the vaccine. Better stay away. Now, something like this is taken very seriously by the doctors and the health regulators across the world and is investigated thoroughly at multiple levels. So far, neither our government nor US CDC nor UK MHRA have attributed any deaths directly to the vaccine. While a person may die after taking the vaccine and we may feel that it's due to vaccine, it may just have been a natural death post-vaccination, or it may be a death due to some other illness. Another concern which my friend recently highlighted, this risk of blood clot is real. My friend's mom, she had to be hospitalized. I agree. There is a very rare side effect of blood clots affecting 1 in 80,000 people. And even then, it can be treated medically. Now, if you are concerned of the blood clots, you can check with your doctor. If he deems necessary, he can advise you suitable medication so you don't face the blood clot issues. By the way, many common medicines, such as birth control pills, have 30 times higher risk of blood clots compared to the vaccine. The most common concern, which I have heard regarding the vaccine, is I know X person, he took the vaccine, but still got infected. And what's the point? Why take the vaccine? I agree that a person may still get infected after taking the vaccine, as it takes some time for your body to produce antibodies. So even after taking the vaccine, you cannot let your guard down. Also, the vaccines we are using in India are 65 to 80% effective in preventing the virus as per different studies. However, even people who get infected after taking the vaccine generally have mild infection, not requiring oxygen or ICU, etc. That in itself is a big positive. Ask anyone who was looking for oxygen or ICU last month. Now there are lots of different studies across the world proving that vaccine is safe and effective. If you don't trust the government research, let me tell you a recent research report which came out from CMC Vellore. They compared the experience of healthcare workers who got vaccinated against those who did not for the period Feb to May 21, when the second wave was at its peak. Only 9% of the vaccinated group got infected, as against 27% of the non-vaccinated group, which means vaccine was 65% effective in cutting down the risk of infection. Not only that, the infection in the vaccinated group was generally mild. Vaccination cut the risk of hospitalization by 77% and the need for oxygen or ICU by 90 to 95%. Now, above all, more than 21 crore Indians have already taken at least one dose of the vaccine. That's a large number of people proving that vaccine is safe. If it was not, you would have heard pages after pages of stories in the media proving that or showing that there is something wrong with the vaccine. Vaccine is the most effective way to prevent death and serious illness due to COVID. So please, please, please get yourself vaccinated and push everyone in your circle to do so. It's your duty for your family, for your society, for your country, for the entire human race. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rohit. That was a wonderful public service announcement for everyone. Get vaccinated. It's your duty. But I think our first duty is to get vaccinated against fake news rather than the COVID itself or Corona itself. Thank you so much to Toastmaster Rohit. We move on now to the second part of our Toastmasters meeting, which is the table topics. Table topics is an occasion for you to think on your feet that helps you think in terms of what is required. And it's like whenever you're stuck for words, whenever you're in the office, your manager asks you something and you're not sure of the answer, you meet that pretty girl and you don't know how to ask her out for a date, or a smart aleck says something and you're dying to say something in return, and you'll think of that answer way out in the night or 2 days later. There are so many occasions where we need to have the right answer. So what do we do in terms of training? In Toastmasters, we have what is called table topics. Our table topics master today is Toastmaster Vignesh, and he says his father is a goldsmith, and believe me, Vignesh is a jewel of a person who's joined CTM. I will hand it over now to Toastmaster Vignesh for table topics. Toastmaster Vignesh.
Thank you, Madam Distinguished Toastmaster Nina John, for a warm welcome. Let me share my screen. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, my dear friends and guests. Table topics helps us to practice the art of improvisation, and a lot of the basics about the table topics already Nina John said. So let's move on to the main picture. So actually here I will going to present pictures, 3 pictures. You have to narrate a story, or you just say incident including these 3 pictures. You just speak. The goal is to speak. So folks, be enthusiastic. We will be here to improve our communication skills. So make use of it. Let's see the first one. I ask Toastmaster Satyaraj to take first TT speak.
Okay. Very good evening, TT Master. Shall I do?
Yeah, sure. You can.
Okay. Thank you. Very good evening, Toastmaster and guest. While seeing these pictures in my thought, I'll have think about this essential of food, a drink, and routine life of exercise. Those things in my thought will be seeing after seeing this image. I thinking about this in a scenario. In this, I will be conveyed to this moment is very essential for regular exercise. It's very essential to live healthy and keep healthy to your body. Then drinking water. Now the summer is already started. So in this daily basis, we consume the essential of how much your body is asking for a drink based on your thirst, so you can drink the water, and also try to consume a natural food. It will be help to sustain your body with fight with this kind of pandemic. To definitely overcome, your body will get some positive things. So those those who keep following, they will be live happily end of our journey. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Satyaraj. Well connected, and you said about connecting this with the actual current scenario. Who is going to take next? Guest Narayanan, guest Sid, Santosh. Any guest? I will show the next slide. Please come forward. Who?
I'll take it forward.
Great.
Santosh here.
Guest Santosh. Yeah. Santosh, this is your slide. So you just make use of these 3 pictures in your narration. Go ahead.
Okay. By my assumption, what I think is that first picture denotes some sort of investment that you do, be it Bitcoin or something like that. So out of investment, you make money out of it. And with that, you can have your foreign trips planned, and you can enjoy your vacations. And third image says that you can Google out the places that you wish to visit, so you can venture out more places. And with this pandemic situation, you can know what are the travel restrictions there are, and apart from that, you can also find out which places are allowed and what are not allowed, which has high percentage of cases and all those things. So these are my assumptions.
Well, great connected guest Santosh. Yeah, so you said about the savings and the to enjoy life with traveling and Googling the places whichever no coronavirus is there, like that. So it's well connected. Great. I will ask the next guest, Tulin, Rohan. Any guest, please? Akash, Sid.
Yeah, okay, I will go ahead. Sit here.
So you can speak up to 2 minutes. So you can go now. You have the pictures here.
Good afternoon, Toastmasters and distinguished guest. From this picture, I am seeing music and not so happy. The last picture I'm not able to see. Can you just tell me? Rose. Yeah. A child is learning music from his father, although he is not so comfortable, since any learning in the learning stages, it will be little difficult and painful. That's why he's not so happy about it. He's not able to tune what he's getting it. But still, father is not leaving him. He's motivating him, inspiring him. Come on, child, you can do it. Once you are able to do it, you will become a great singer. Then everybody will start recognizing you. You'll get a good career. Those kind of things. And finally, the child is motivated. He continues doing it. As he grows up, he becomes a great singer. Now he becomes a great actor. As a result, there's a lot of love he's getting from his fans. He's earning good money, and everybody's he becomes a role model. Now he's happy. So the pain, no gain without pain. So finally he gets love, money, everything. Thank you all.
Awesome speech, guest Sid. So you well connected. So the student son get learned the music from his father, and he has to learn from his own, and he become a hero in his life. So that's a well connected. Next, any guest? Guest Rogan, guest Akash.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hi, this is Rohan here.
Yeah, sure. So Rohan, for you, you can share you can see the screen, right? So this is your picture. Go ahead.
So I am a very good player at chess. So I go to many international countries to play chess, and I make a lot of Facebook friends. So by posting a lot of international tours, my pictures of my international tours. So I make a lot of Facebook friends. So that's it. The story is completed.
Yeah, great. Well connected pictures. Great narration, guest Rogan. Any more guests or any Toastmasters? I have only one slide next.
Can I take on?
Yeah. Here is yours, Toastmaster Abhilash. Please go ahead.
All right. A very warm good evening, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. Thank you, Table Topics Master, for these three lovely pictures. So I'm going to go with whatever these three pictures mean to me. And all I can say is these three pictures remind me of my childhood days. The first one goes without saying. All of us know the pleasures of riding a bicycle. Yeah, the pleasures of riding a bicycle, falling down, getting hurt, but not giving up, and finally learning to ride the bicycle. And as even, Toastmaster Tarun was talking about his cycling speech today, I'm sure that all of us have enjoyed riding the cycle in our childhood. And the second picture again, reminds me. So that man is actually sleeping with a smile on his face. How many of us really, sleep peacefully these days? I believe honestly that, childhood was a day of innocence where, we all slept peacefully as children, happily smiling, not knowing what is going to come next or not bothered about what is going to come next. So that in essence is the true spirit of, happiness that childhood brings. And the third picture of a candle, I don't know, I will relate it only to, spreading light. Children are always little bundles of joy. Wherever they be, the entire place becomes so very lively. So that is how I will relate this to. I mean, you have made me so nostalgic today, remembering my childhood memories and everything. It's like almost a trip down memory lane, seeing the bicycle, seeing Happy sleeping. And this is what I was reminded of. A very wonderful or a trip down memory lane. Thank you for enabling that. And back to you, table topic master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhilash. Well connected, and each picture you explained very detailed with your own narration. It's very excellent. So I end up table topics here. So I have made these pictures in each slide, right? So we have a intention behind each slides, so that will be some kind of inspiring. So I will reveal the intention behind the slides. Let's go to the first slide. So these slides we fully connected with Steve Jobs. It shows he is an adopted child. So he was an adopted child at a very young age. And during that first iPod presentation, he dropped the iPod into water, showed that there was an air in the iPod, and asked engineers to make it small size. So it looks weird, but he made it and the engineers made it so simple and small in size. So that's why Apple stands here. And the second slides pictures connected to Sundar Pichai. So it is showing borrow loan. So when he got a scholarship at Stanford, the flight fare was more than his father's annual income. So his father took a loan and sent him to Stanford for higher studies. So this is his hard times. And the third slide, which shows which connect with the A.R. Rahman. His father is a music director. At 9 years, he left his father. So every day frustrated and so many struggles in his life. So he said that in one interview that every day he had a suicidal thought till age of 25. And his first movie was Roja. So these slides connect with Rahman. And the fourth one is Mark Zuckerberg. So at early stage, he had a startup, but he has no forevision how to deal, and he has no boss in his life. So whatever decisions he took, right? So everyone regretted, and he also felt very sad at each decisions. So after some guidance with the mentor, he improved his communication and leadership skills, and it is one of his he has a red and green color blind. So what he sees only blue. So he cannot able to see red and green. So he told in one interview, and so that the Facebook and every Facebook medium, it will be blue in color. Even though he has so many struggles, he achieved, and he had a great place now. This is not but not least our Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. So at early stage, he used to sold newspaper at early morning, and he make money used to that. And it is his famous quote about a dream, power of dream, and it is to represent the Agni, so which his missile launch. So even though pictures had some other meaning, and each Toastmasters, I thank everyone. So you have connected it very well. Thank you. Over to Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vignesh. That was a lot of gyan for a small table topics. I think everyone would have enjoyed the explanations that you gave at the end, and that is going to stay with us for a very, very long time. So thank you for that, Toastmaster Vignesh. We move on now to our third section, which is evaluation. As I said earlier, we all think we don't know how to prepare speeches until we realize we've been preparing speeches all our lives. First, of course, prepared speech when you're bringing a bad report card home. Second is when your father catches you doing something that you weren't supposed to, immediately you'll have one impromptu speech and an impromptu explanation of what you were doing. So impromptu speeches also, we know all our lives. But every patriarch, every father, every parent knows exactly what you have been up to. So judging from your body language, your vocal variety, and your facial expression, your father will tell you exactly how true or how well you spoke. Our general evaluator, the patriarch for today, Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayanan, will take you through the rest of our sessions. Over to you, Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayanan.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lady Meena Janna, once again. And now it's time for the evaluation of the prepared speeches. We had an excellent prepared speeches, 3 speeches, starting from icebreaker to the other levels of speeches. So to evaluate the first speech by Toastmaster Johnson, it is an icebreaker session for me, but I don't see it's an icebreaker session. But Toastmaster Johnson, to evaluate Toastmaster Johnson, we have our evaluator Toastmaster Shrikant Kutikrishnan, who is working in central government service for the past 31 years, and he's a spiritual aspirant. And I welcome Toastmaster Shrikant Kutikrishnan to evaluate Toastmaster Johnson. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, General Evaluator. Good afternoon once again. Toastmaster Johnson, listening to you, I had a very clear idea of your journey from your primary school to who you are right now. What was very interesting about your speech was the way that you had a very tough time giving a speech in your school days. The first attempt was a big flop, and you had your mother sitting in the front row, and it was real embarrassment. Her eyes started welling with tears. The second time also was little embarrassment, but you started gaining confidence over a period of time. And even more interesting was that at a very young age, in the primary school, you had a crush towards your teacher. That's very interesting. I'm sure that was infatuation on your part. And then when you graduated from school and then you took your first step towards becoming a good public speaker, the urge in you brought you to Toastmasters. You signed up with Toastmasters and your first speech was a very big hit. Your icebreaker was a very big hit, though you've not got the best speaker award at that speech. The second one, when you spoke about late Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, that got you the best speakers award. So I can understand the urge, the motivation, the determination and the inspiration, everything positive about you to become a good public speaker was inborn in you. You had the talent. You need to bring that out, and you brought it out gradually, baby step at a time, and you became successful. Very well done. Absolutely amazing. And the crux of your speech was the message that you had, the expansion for fear. Forget everything and run and be in your comfort zone and be there and rock, or face everything and rise. What a beautiful quote. That shows that you are a man who has the ability to face fear and challenge yourself to come out of your comfort zone. Very well done. I got to know you, and you have the basics, the fundamentals of a good public speaker. And I'm sure there are a couple of things that I want you to work on. Johnson, I came to know about you and your mother. What about the other family members? A little bit of humor could have added more spice to your speech. Your siblings, if you were the only child, you could have told us that. Or if there was somebody else, a little bit of them. And the second one was, Johnson, that you are giving a speech for the very first time, let there be a little bit of smile, let there be a little bit of relaxation on your face, and enjoy yourself. You're talking about yourself. Let it be a more of an impromptu. You don't have to prepare. Let it be forthcoming. I felt there was a lag on that. In a nutshell, my entire evaluation would be, you are a good public speaker, you have the urge, you have succeeded, and you are making the right move. Have a little bit of humor. Let's get to hear about your parents. I'm sure if you incorporate these changes, you're going to hit the bullseye the next time you're going to speak. All the very best, Johnson, and back to the general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shrikant Kutikrishnan. There was an excellent evaluation for Toastmaster Johnson. And moving on to the next evaluation for the speech by Toastmaster Tarun. I request the evaluator who's a Toastmaster Geeta, who's a current Sergeant at Arms and is passionate in improving communication skills. I request Toastmaster Geeta Shah to evaluate Toastmaster Tarun's speech. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for the opportunity. Good evening, all, once again. And a special good evening to Toastmaster Tarun. Toastmaster Tarun, you had delivered a beautiful speech. You had a wonderful message for the audience. I can call it a motivating speech or an inspiring speech, in fact. So you told us that we are supposed to be you need to be a person of determination, a person who's determined to achieve the goals, no matter what comes and no matter what obstacles you go through. That was a beautiful message indeed. And your speech was also very beautifully organized, and you were very composed and cool when it came to delivering the speech. So these were the positives about your speech. I can still give you a few recommendations which can help you take your speech to a next level. The first and the foremost is your voice. I think you can use it as you have a beautiful voice. You can use it as your assert. You can bring in some energy into it. You see, you were talking about adventure. You were telling us about the problems that you went through while you were returning back. But then it sounded so monotonous for us. You were talking about something very adventurous, and you were very cool when it came to talking about even your adventurous part of the journey. In fact, you should have kept us at the edge. We would have all we should be waiting to hear more from you. Yes, what next? What happened, and how did he reach home? Did he finally get to complete his goals, or what exactly did happen? So we were all waiting to hear a lot from you. So that kind of a thrill was not there for us. And the second thing I can tell you is you can have a little bit of humor in your speech. So that will also keep us, little glued to our seats, wanting us to learn or hear from you more and more. And you had a beautiful quote when it came to your concluding your speech, which was like, nothing I cannot do, and I don't need anybody's permission to do anything. But you did stammer. Those were your punchlines, and you stammered. You went wrong. You corrected yourself. So this tells us that you haven't put that much effort in practicing your delivery. So a little bit of practice will also help you to be more confident and to deliver it in a very commendable way. Overall, it was a wonderful speech, a very inspiring message for the audience, a very good speech, a little bit of energy and voice modulation, and a little bit of preparation will help you take your speech to the next level. The reason I'm insisting for the voice modulation is this is the exact feedback which you have received from your earlier speech as well. So I still insist you work on it. I'm sure you'll have a wonderful journey as a Toastmaster. Over to you, Toastmaster, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Geeta Shah. It was a detailed review. And now we move on to the last evaluation of the last speech, given by Toastmaster Rohit. So to evaluate Toastmaster Rohit, I'll invite Toastmaster Abhirami, who's a chartered accountant working in the control testing team at Barclays. And I need to specifically mention that she's the current VP membership and is going to be the next term's VP education, and she is mentoring me to be the VP member for the next term. So I welcome Toastmaster Abhirami to evaluate Toastmaster Rohit. Over to you, Toastmaster Abhirami.
Thank you, Toastmaster General Evaluator, for that very warm introduction. Get vaccinated, it's a duty. What an amazing topic. There's a straight connection. Those of us who were all not very connected, we just switched on our videos and started responding the moment the speaker started speaking. Kudos to our Toastmaster Rohit for choosing a very wonderful topic and having an instant connection with the audience. Talking about the good aspects of the speech, as I said, a very bright opening, starting with a question, asking people questions and waking them up. And talking about the smooth transitions that you had all through, right from saying how you felt when you had a vaccine, and also addressing all those rumors around vaccination one by one, whether it's the deaths associated or the blood clots or people testing positive after being vaccinated. You beautifully gave a rationale for each of these and also put around those statistics as people were convinced as to what is to be done. Moreover, to talk about that voice modulation, especially when you're talking about your friends or relatives who were, quoting things, that husky voice, that is really good. Talking about what can be improved in your speech, I'll have two recommendations here. One thing is your speech title says, "Get vaccinated, it's your duty." But all through this speech, there was no mention about why this is our duty. The bigger picture, where you just talk about what are the problems of vaccines and that could be avoided, but you never spoke about what would be the net result of the whole nation being vaccinated. I understand that's implied, but still you could have added some weights over there. And lastly, the other areas where you were not talking about the relatives or friends, I found it a little monotonous. You could have been a little cheerful, though this is more of a research type of a presentation. Overall, it was a very wonderful speech. I think you have met your speech objective in terms of having your speech structure better than what it was earlier. You had a very clear intro, body, and conclusion, and you did call for an action. So overall, a wonderful speech, a much required speech. Looking forward to hear better speeches from you. All the best, Toastmaster Rohit. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Yet another excellent evaluation. I think the voters will have a tough time to evaluate, to vote the right people, evaluate the right evaluators now. So with that, we are coming up to the end of this evaluation session, and now it's time for the tag team report. So to do that, so let me first invite. I'll move out of the order right now. Before calling the timer, I'm going to invite. I'm going to invite our counter, TM Gopalakrishnan. TM Gopalakrishnan, please present your counter report.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lakshminarayana. Over to the report. So, Toastmaster Sharath used a few and in the speeches, and Toastmaster Ashwini used 3 R's and in a part like and Toastmaster Johnson did not say anything, like nothing. There was nothing in this thing. And Toastmaster Tarun used a few so buts, and Toastmaster Rohit used a few so's, and Guest Sid used 1 and Toastmaster Rohan used R's, and Toastmaster Vignesh used like more than 3+ R's and a few so's, and the general evaluated used 3+ R's and a few toes, and the Toastmaster of the day used 1 R and 1 So it was very hard to keep track of this and also listen to the speeches. All the speeches were very good, and it was a great job. Over to you, Toastmaster Lakshminarayan.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gopal, for the detailed report. And now the next part of the tag team will be the grammarian. I request Toastmaster Mugil to present the grammarian report for today's meeting.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lakshminarayan. Today's entire meeting, there were a lot of really good adjectives and a lot of really good metaphors and idioms used throughout the meeting, which added weight to each of the speeches. To begin, and there were a couple of good, really good words as well. To begin, I have Nina ma'am using jewel of a person, words like whiff, and just the way she conducted the entire session. And then we had Toastmaster Shrikant describing the speech, saying hit the bull's eye, making sure that it's precise, what was conveyed had to be conveyed. And we had Toastmaster Geeta use the phrase keep us at the edge. And Toastmaster John in his speech had used a lot of adjectives which really described what he was feeling. Like he said his hands were shaking and his legs were trembling. And he used a metaphor and said, shattered her heart into thousands of pieces, describing how his mother would have felt. And Toastmaster Tarun did the same in his speech, where he said there was torrential rain and scorching wind. And when he said, when he used words like, when he used phrases like a piece of cake and so on. And Toastmaster Abhilash described kids as little bundles of joy, which in itself brings joy. And other than that, there were a couple of alliterations used throughout the meeting. To note one, in Toastmaster Rohit's speech, he had said recent research report. And apart from these usages of grammar, the few things that could have been said differently, you would say not because of proud, you would say not because of pride. And you wouldn't say I was feast, you would say I was frozen. And to go on to the word of the day was used by Toastmaster Tarun, and Nina ma'am used it beautifully a couple of times. And please add on if I've missed anyone who has used the word of the day. And that's all I have as my input. Over to you.
Thank you, Grammarian Toastmaster Mudil. Now, the last part of the tag team will be the timer report. I request Toastmaster Abhishek to present his timer report. Toastmaster Abhishek, are you available for the report?
Toastmaster Akhilesh.
Sorry, Akhilesh.
Prepared speakers. TM Johnson, speaker number 1, took 5.49 seconds for 4 to 6 minutes. TM Tarun, speaker number 2, took 6.44 seconds for 5 to 7 minutes. TM Rohit, speaker number 3, took 6.42 seconds for 5 to 7 minutes. Table topics. TM Vignesh, TT Master. TM Satyaraj, TT speaker, took 1.24 seconds. Guest Santosh, TT speaker, took 0.56 seconds for 1 to 2 minutes. Guest Siddharth, TT speaker, took 1.33 seconds for 1 to 2 minutes. Guest Rohan, TT speaker, took 0.28 seconds for 1 to 2 minutes. TM Abhilash, TT speaker, took 1.45 seconds for 1 to 2 minutes. Evaluation. TM Srikanth Kuti Krishnan, evaluated 1, took 3.1 seconds for 2 to 3 minutes. TM Geeta, evaluated 2, took 3.4 seconds for 2 to 3 minutes. TM Abhiravi, evaluated 3, took 2.14 seconds for 2 to 3 minutes. That's all.
Thank you, Toastmaster Akhilesh. So it shows that 3 people from table topic session are qualified for voting. Thank you so much. Now it's time for the for my report. I think the screen is being shared. Now it's time for a general evaluation report from myself. So to begin with, actually, I want to start with from the agenda part. We had a very excellent agenda which came on time. It was circulated a day before, 2 days before the meeting started. And this meeting was started on time as per the agenda, and everything from the agenda was covered perfectly. Kudos to Geeta ma'am for starting the meeting on by exactly sharp of 4 p.m. And all these prepared speeches all went on really very well. And so also the respective evaluation was both did a really good job complementing each other. And I should mention about the table topic session, though we had only less number of speakers compared to the past meetings, table topic session, I was really surprised why he didn't add more people. So later I understand he was trying to explain the real meaning in each slides. That was really interesting. It was a new concept. I really appreciate the table topic master Vignesh for coming up with this novel idea. and we also learn through, usually we learn more through Toastmaster of the day. Now we are learning more through the table topic master as well. And evaluation part was really good. And for me, just to give sessions or what I observed from this meeting so far is that the first suggestion I could be is that for members and for the guests to join at least 5 minutes before, so that we can log in and check in your access for video, audio, video and audio qualities. And if you want to share, you can try that very well. Specifically, I want to mention my tag team as well. Please connect at least 10 to 15 minutes before the meeting starts, so that you know whether it's working fine or not. Because I've been struggling to find people whether you are there and asking you to rename your name in the Zoom meeting. And this will be starting the meeting in a very smooth form if you join earlier. And the next important session I want to give is especially the role players. Please turn on your camera if possible. I'm not forcing that, but please turn on your camera, because this we are not doing any physical meeting. At least we have the idea of whom we are connecting to, who is talking to us. So that will be much better, especially the role players. I mean, suppose and everyone is doing just the tag team again. I'm mentioning about. And other than that, I don't have any findings here. The meeting went on well. We are on time. Actually, we are little even before time. That is well and good. So thank you so much. Everything went on well. As usual, CTM is talking the quality aspects. I'll hand over the control back to Toastmaster of the day.
Toastmaster of the day. Thank you so much, Toastmaster. Can you hear me? Yes. Yes. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayanan, for that effective general evaluation report. Give us a lot of insight into what can be done and how we can do things better. Now, in terms of the meeting itself, our three speakers had some remarkable insights for all of us. Two of them were feedback speeches, which I would look at. What a lot of people do is upcycle and recycle the current speech. So our cyclist Tarun gave us a lot of motivation in terms of cycling. John gave us a lot of ideas about how you can again stick to your objective, get above fear, rise and do what you have to do. And Rohit was like, get vaccinated, it's your duty. So we had a lot of wide variety of speeches, good standard. Thank you so much for that. Table Topics Master had something totally different. And it was also interesting from a different point of view, in the sense that he had one perspective when he got all those pictures together. But when we look at those pictures in isolation, each one of us has a different interpretation. So remember that what you see is not always what you were supposed to see. And there may be an intention behind that you have no idea about. Thank you so much to all of you, and thank you to the evaluators for a great job. With that, I think we come to the end of today's rather shorter meeting, because we have our business meeting coming up. So I will hand you right back to our presiding officer, Toastmaster Abhilash.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Nina John, for having taken us across this meeting in a beautiful manner. I'm sure our meeting lived up to its expectations. We had a lot of excellent prepared speeches, innovative table topics, and great evaluations. So thank you once again. It is now time for us to hear some feedback from our guests. So if we could have our guests. So guest Sid, I think guest Sid is on new. So could you tell us on today's meeting?
Yeah, good afternoon, Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Yeah, I have been with the Bangalore Toastmaster Club for some time. Recently came to Chennai. I have already interacted with Abhilash and a couple of you people. Today, in fact, I am attending with one of my friend, Mr. Prakash, who wanted to explore Toastmasters. I wanted to give him what is the importance of Toastmasters and how it is. He is pretty much excited. We look forward to join this club to explore our skill. It's amazing. Bangalore Toastmaster Club as well as Chennai Toastmasters Club are one of the pioneers. The quality is there. I'm very much privileged to be here all the time. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Sid.
I want my guest Prakash to say a few words, since for his sake only I have attended it. Yeah, Prakash.
Absolutely, please.
Yeah, hi everyone. This meeting was very helpful for me, and so this is the one of the method where we can improve our communication and also leadership skills. So I'll be looking forward for the next upcoming meetings. Yeah.
Thank you, Prakash. Please do join in. Pleasure to have you with us. Next, guest Narayanan. Hello. 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 Okay, I think Narayanan is having some audio issues. Rohan. Hello.
Hi, this is Rohan here. So
yes, Rohan.
This was my first time attending a Toastmasters meeting as a guest, and it was really great to attend this. And the speakers were very great in their speeches, and the evaluations were so great that they got each and every positives and the negatives of every speech, and they gave them to the speaker so that they can correct them at their next effort. So it was a very great meeting, and it was taken on in a very nice manner. And the Toastmaster of the day was excellent, and every evaluators were also at their best. So thank you.
Thank you, Rohan. So they say evaluation is at the heart of Toastmastering. So that is what we do to develop each other and ourselves. Thank you. Santosh. Hi, Santosh.
Good evening, all. Yeah, hello. So this is my first time here. I've not heard about Toastmasters before. I just Googled up and I randomly came across the Toastmasters. My first impression is that it's very well organized and neatly organized. I think it will serve me a huge platform to improve myself, both in terms of public speaking. And by the way, the people have spoken here, it has instilled a bit of fear. I hope I face everything all right. Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you, Santosh. Do come in for more meetings. It's a pleasure to have you with us. Thank you. Tulin, so Tulin had some audio issues. So is it better now, Tulin?
Yeah, it's fine.
Great. Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. I'm Tulin here. This is my second session. Really, I enjoyed this session, and comparatively last session, I'm slowly learning and I'm understanding how the arrangement is done. I'm understanding that process, and I would like to join further classes.
Please do join in. Yeah. Thank you, Tulin. Please do join in.
Yeah.
So Narayanan, your audio is okay now. I think there is some issues still persisting. We're not able to hear our guest Narayanan. Anyway, guest Narayanan, please do join in for more such meetings of ours. We are always welcome. So thank you all. It is now time for us to move on to the results of today's meeting. Starting off, the best quote or idiom master for today between Toastmaster Sharath and Toastmaster Ashwini. So goes to Toastmaster Sharath, our idiom master for today, for delivering us those wonderful idioms. Congratulations, Toastmaster Sharath. The best tag role player between the timer, our counter, and the grammarian goes to none other than our grammarian, Toastmaster Mugil, for having wonderfully summarized all those alliterations, adjectives, good phrases, and everything. Congratulations, Toastmaster Mugil. Our best role player for today between the Toastmaster of the day, the table topic master, and the general evaluator, of course, goes to our table topic master, Toastmaster Vignesh, for having conducted such an innovative table topic session and at the end infusing us full of for today. The best table topic. The best table topic speaker for today. So I'm going to give it to myself. Thank you everyone for voting me. So I am the best table topic speaker for today. And finally, the best speaker for today. None other than a person who's relatively new to CTM and who delivered his icebreaker today. But let his icebreaker not fool you. He's already finished 2 parts. This is a 3rd part icebreaker. So Toastmaster Johnson is the best speaker for today. Congratulations, Toastmaster John. And so with this, we come to the end of our meeting. But before we move on, so I would like to recognize our first-time role players today. So we had a couple of first-time role players today. Our tag team was entirely new today. Our timer, Toastmaster Akhilesh, our counter, Toastmaster Gopal, and our grammarian, Toastmaster Mugil, were playing their roles for the very first time today. So let us give a huge round of applause to our first-time role players. You all did an amazing job. Thank you. And it is so Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster Nina John has completed her effective coaching pathway. So let us recognize that. A huge round of applause to distinguished Toastmaster Nina John. And as is our practice, we give a standing ovation for all icebreakers completed. So Toastmaster John has delivered his very first speech with our club today. So let us recognize that and give a standing ovation to Toastmaster John. Congratulations, Toastmaster John. So with this, I formally adjourn meeting number 782 to next week, same time, 4 to 6 p.m. We will have a quick 2-minute break and let us all proceed to the business meeting. In the meanwhile, request our host to quickly I request our guests to please exit because the business meeting is going to be a closed door session only for members. Host, please take care. We'll be starting in 2 minutes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Santosh.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tulin. See you next week positively. Bye.
Yeah, sure. Bye.
Like 10 minutes earlier today, we completed meeting a bit earlier, right?
Around 5 minutes earlier, sir. We've wanted to start the business meeting at 5:40, but by 5:35 we'll start. That's fine.
Good. I think the TT masters will have utilized that time.
I don't give you
I think the recording needs to be stopped and then restarted.
Thank you, Deepak. No, let the recording go. This anyway a formal meeting. Let it go on. All right. Okay. So we'll start.
Abhilash, is it okay to continue the recording? Because if you're going to upload in YouTube, you want this business meeting to go there?
Can you do it separately in the sense that